Okay, here's a quiz. Name the first multi-hospital health insurance company in the world. Give up? It's Cleveland's own Medical Mutual. And now, 80 years after that first foray into health insurance, Medical Mutual has kept to its core as a healthcare company while also expanding beyond those borders. Don Olson is the Director of Communications for Medical Mutual of Ohio, and he's here to honor its history. So we're happy to have you.
Good to be here.
I feel like insurance has been around forever, but it really hasn't been, has it?
Well, we in the industry feel the same way as you do, actually. No, it's only been around since, in Ohio, we were the first company, Medical Mutual, in 1934. And there was a hospital administrator named John Mannix. I believe he worked for Elyria Hospital, and he was on the money side of the business, and he was thinking, why can't people pay a little bit of money now so that when they do go to the hospital, they'll be covered? Mm-hmm. Now, he didn't even know that he was talking about health insurance at the time, but they were the principles of insurance. So he was a visionary and one of the pioneers of healthcare.
Okay, just made sense to him, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit now. It's paid for when you need it.
Yeah, so how long did it take him to get his idea really up and running?
Well, he did have to sell the community. This is a nonprofit venture that he was coming up with, but he also had to get the area hospitals on board too, and that's why we're the first multi-provider plan, if you will, at the time. Up until this time, for instance, the very first company of this type was just between the Dallas Public Schools and the Baylor University Hospital. Just one employer with one hospital. Mm-hmm. This is the first time that we were selling insurance to the entire population for a series of hospitals instead of just one.
Okay, so when did it actually open the doors?
June 15th, today, 1934, at 1900 Euclid Avenue. And then in 1947, they put their pencil holders and their chairs and rolled them down Euclid to our current home, which is at 9th and Prospect, the Rose Building.
Okay, how much were premiums when it was just getting started?
Well, if you can believe this, and I wrote this down because I find it hard to believe myself, but premiums at the time were 60 cents a month for ward service. Remember all these beds in the big room?
Right.
And then if you wanted a semi-private room, 75 cents if you can handle that. But if 75 cents may seem like a piddly amount now, but it was actually, a loaf of bread's a nickel at the time. So at the time, but still affordable to say the least. And at the time, most people were self-insured. They pay their own health premiums.
Sure, yeah. And at that time, it was called the Cleveland Hospital Service Association. When did it become Medical Mutual?
Well, actually, the company's had a bunch of different names over the years. All of these plans were called Hospital Service Associations, and then Blue Cross was just a nickname, and then we officially became Blue Cross in the late 50s. Medical Mutual was a Blue Shield plan. Blue Shield covered doctors.
Oh, I never knew what the difference was.
Blue Cross covered hospitals. So we eventually, and there we also
Did you partner with the Indians?
We insured the Cleveland Indians. We had Bob Feller, a picture of Bob Feller signing it, and also the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
So it eventually took a lot of, Medical Mutual of Cleveland, the Blue Shield plan merged with Blue Cross, and we eventually became Medical Mutual of Ohio in 1997.
Okay, well, your 80th birthday, what you going to do to celebrate?
We're going to have coffee and cake.
Okay.
And you're invited if you want to know. We'll be having celebrations in our various offices around the state, and with some of our business partners. Should be a good time.
It sounds wonderful. And 80 more years.
Thank you very much.
As Medical Mutual has shown, a lot can happen in 80 years, and change and growth can be very good things. It's still nice to know that the bottom line comes down to basics, though, providing quality health care coverage that comes from right here in Cleveland. My thanks to Don Olson for joining us.
Find out more about Medical Mutual of Ohio by visiting their website, www.medmutual.com/2014 options. Or call 1-866-488-3266. Next, what happens to your Social Security benefits after a divorce?